Can high tariffs really make American cars great again? Imported car prices are surging, yet American automakers are crying foul. Even Elon Musk couldn't resist tweeting his opposition. What's the real story behind Made in America? Today, let's peel back the seemingly glossy veneer to see what lies beneath. In recent years, the U.S. has implemented high tariff policies, attempting to revitalize its auto industry and bring manufacturing back through a manufacturing renaissance. However, the results haven't been as positive as anticipated. Imported automakers bore the brunt. Jaguar Land Rover reportedly halted shipments, Audi paused deliveries, and luxury brands like Ferrari and Porsche raised their prices. Meanwhile, domestic U.S. automakers aren't having an easy time either. Because roughly 60% of the parts used in American-made cars are imported, high tariffs directly inflate production costs. Ultimately, automakers must either absorb these increased costs, hurting their bottom line, or pass them on to consumers through higher prices. Tesla, for instance, was hit hard, reportedly seeing hundreds of billions wiped off its market value, prompting Musk to publicly denounce the policy. Traditional automakers like General Motors and Ford also faced significant headwinds under the high tariffs, experiencing stock price declines and credit rating downgrades. Some auto executives even described the policy's impact as devastating. Concurrently, U.S. consumers, fearing sharp price increases, sparked a car buying rush, pushing new car sales to record highs. However, this short-lived boom masks a deeper, more systemic problem: the significant weakening or hollowing out of the U.S. auto industry's supply chain over many years. Looking back, the American auto industry was once the undisputed global leader. Ford's assembly line innovation made the Model T a car for everyone, while GM and Chrysler further cemented America's automotive dominance through advancements in design and technology. In the early 20th century, America's robust industrial base and abundant workforce fueled the rapid rise of its auto industry. It even accumulated significant technological advantages during the two world wars, achieving an era of unparalleled industrial might, a true industrial powerhouse. However, the 1970s oil crisis suddenly exposed a critical weakness in American cars: their gas-guzzling, large-engine designs were completely out of step with the changing times and energy realities. In stark contrast, Japanese cars, known for their fuel efficiency and lower prices, rapidly captured significant market share. This economic challenge was so profound, it was sometimes described by commentators at the time as a second Pearl Harbor, severely weakening U.S. automakers. Although subsequent policies attempted recovery through measures like import restrictions and attracting foreign investment for local factories, persistently high labor costs and efficiency challenges gradually marginalized the domestic U.S. supply chain. Foreign companies setting up plants in the U.S. largely continued to rely on overseas parts suppliers, and even American companies increasingly favored shifting production to countries like Mexico and China to reduce costs. Now, recent high tariff policies, particularly under the Trump administration, have attempted to reverse decades of this offshoring trend. The fundamental problem, however, is that rebuilding and localizing complex supply chains takes years, potentially even a decade or more. Furthermore, the underlying issues of high U.S. labor costs and comparatively lower production efficiency haven't been resolved. In the short term, these high tariffs primarily mean consumers pay more for vehicles and companies face heavier financial burdens. And if these policies are eventually reversed or abandoned without achieving their goals, this attempt at strong medicine could simply end up being a costly, unfinished, and ultimately failed initiative.